And hello, Tony. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. And yourself?
I'm great, thank you. Good to be back.
100%. So please motivate us.
Let me try. I want to talk about something that seems to be so abstract.
Yeah.
But in the time that I've got, I want to just simplify it as best as possible for our viewers.
Yeah.
We talk about our mind. And very often we wonder, where is our mind situated? And, many years ago, I thought it was my brain.
Of course, everybody.
We all think it's a brain, but it's
brain.
not. Physically, the brain is there in our head.
Yeah.
But the activity of our brain is what we would connect to our minds.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's connected to our perception, our imagination, and all of that kind of stuff. The experiences we have fulfill those kinds of aspects of our mind.
Yeah.
Now, very often, when we experience something in life on a daily basis, it actually has an impact on one of three parts of our mind, or three areas. It could be the unconscious, or the aware, or self-aware.
Okay.
Right. Let's look at what's been happening. For example, you want to give up smoking.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what happens is that you're lighting up your fifth cigarette in the course of the day. So unconsciously, you light up. Right. But at that moment when you're lighting that cigarette, you are aware that you're actually now puffing on that cigarette.
Yeah.
So it's now tapping into the awareness of your action.
Yeah.
Right. But you need to go deeper and start looking at self-awareness. That's much deeper. It's much intense.
Yeah.
Now, self-awareness comes up and it develops out of the questions you ask while smoking that cigarette.
Yeah.
Your goal is to stop smoking.
Yeah.
But you continue smoking. So you ask valid and important questions as, what purpose is this serving right now?
Ooh.
Right? Is it fulfilling the goal that I set?
Yeah.
Is it healthy? Is it something that is benefiting me at all? And as you get answers flowing through those questions, you start to develop your self-awareness.
Yeah.
Now, that is what is so important in our everyday lives, to consciously look at how we're developing our self-awareness.
Yeah.
Now, when we react and we're experiencing all that goes on in our daily lives, it's created pathways in our brains. But when you're developing self-awareness, you're actually creating new pathways in your brain.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say, for example, also you experience a bout of anger during the course of the day.
Yeah.
Unconsciously, you have this outburst. It could be because someone crosses your lane in the traffic or something goes wrong, right? And you have this outburst. Now, you're aware that you're angry.
Yeah.
Right? But at that moment, you've got to go deeper and ask yourself, is this serving a purpose?
That's true.
Right? What effect is it having on yourself? Now, when you go into the deeper understanding of your self-awareness, you actually start developing self-awareness.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same with when you want to go on a diet. Now, when you decide to go on a diet, you just don't automatically go on a diet. You've got to create new pathways in your brain in order for that new habit to start developing.
That's true.
So when you're standing at the table and you're dishing out your food, you unconsciously dish into your plate. But when you're aware that I had to take this or that or whatever you're selecting, then it's okay. But when you are self-aware, then you start looking at the quantity you're dishing into your plate. And that fulfills the new goal that you've set to actually go on a diet.
Yeah.
So that is why it's so crucial to understand that in order to create new habits, one has to look at how self-awareness works magic in our lives on a daily basis, right? So when we are actually promoting this and we're developing it and we're consciously looking at it, we're creating new pathways in our brain. And how powerful is that?
Yeah.
So that is why we can able to change habits within a period of 21 to 28 days. You've heard a lot of people say you create a habit or you change a habit within 21 to 28 days. And that's the kind of time period that you actually have to focus on your self-awareness in order to make it something new and something practically possible for you to achieve.
Wow.
So important for us to take conscious understanding and be conscious of what we're actually focusing on a daily basis. So I basically talk about coming out from autopilot onto manual. Because we're on autopilot through being unconscious. We brush our teeth unconsciously, we dress unconsciously, we have a shower unconsciously. But when we take full cognizance of what we're doing at that moment, there's an essence of self-awareness coming through.
Yeah.
So use self-awareness to nourish good habits.
I like that, you know,
Right.
and I feel like it's very important that for us not to only be aware of big things, you know. We need to be aware of the small things because the small things impact the big things anyways.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, that's the enough time that we actually have. So if people want to talk to you like more or want to engage with you, where can they actually go? What are your socials?
I'm on Tony Subramania on Facebook, and you can get me on www.adcare.org.za.
Yes.
And my contact number is 081 533 6565.
Well, Tony, it's always so motivational to have you in studio. I know as soon as you walked in, I light up, as you know. But guys, you need to be more aware of what you do. I always say it's always the small things that impact the big things, you know. We shouldn't only be looking at the bigger things. Well, more on that some other time. Well, after the break, we have my pal Warren Loader, who's going to be talking to us about his story coming up after the ad break.
Dear Mom, you're my best friend, okay? You were the funniest person I met in the whole world, but you were so bad at hiding. Did you make the best brownies though? I love it when we go riding together. When I'm older, I want to be pretty like you. Happy birthday, Mom.
Have you heard about Finlay Fuel's program that empowers your small business or your family through a cashback benefit on your monthly fuel spend? I'm excited to tell you that no matter what the size of your small business fleet or the number of cars in your family, all you need to do is simply refuel your vehicle at participating BP service stations countrywide, and the saving of 70 cents per litre on diesel and 13 cents per litre on petrol can be yours. There are no credit checks because the program follows a prepaid model. And voila! Let me show you how easy it is. To sign up, visit www.finlayfuel.co.za. Upon completion of your sign-up, you will receive an SMS notification confirming your membership. Arrive at the BP forecourt, identify yourself as a Finlay Fuel client. Enter your secure PIN into the terminal handed to you by the attendant. The attendant will scan your BP Fleet Move tag and a pre-authorization slip will be issued. Fuel will then be dispensed and a real-time SMS notification will be sent to you confirming the transaction. And off you go.